Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Myself Suk and you are on the Suk effect. And don't mind my outfit, but I was reading my comments like on my videos, on my previous videos. I was just reading some comments and I found this one comment uh, that how to remove people pleasing tendencies. And I thought that yeah, I need to act like I actually need to make a video on this. So here we are. Have you ever said yes to someone when you actually wanted to say no to them? When you actually wanted to decline to a particular thing, like maybe to hang out somewhere, or to do some work, or to help them in some task or something. So like anything, but you wanted to say no, but you said yes, and then you regretted the whole day that why you said yes, why you didn't have the courage to say no. If you do this, I get you. I know how it it feels like, and you know what? I was a people pleaser my whole life actually, till till a year or more, before I think this year I was a people pleaser, and I used to do the same. I used to say yes because obviously seek approval, okay, seek validation. And I know why we do this. Like we think that we are being kind, but actually at that point of time we are abandoning ourselves, okay? So I'll tell you my story. I became a people pleaser due to situations in my family. Like I had one parent who was emotionally unavailable, and I constantly used to seek emotional approval, or some kind of validation from that parent, that okay, maybe someday they will praise me, okay? But eventually, for a kid who constantly seeks approval, it becomes a habit to seek approval, to seek external validation from other people. And no matter if it's family or not, or strangers, or people at your workplace, your schoolmates, your friends, this becomes a habit to always seek approval when you have actually survived through this way at your home when you were a child. Only that is not the only reason. There are more reasons, obviously. We feel that you need to earn the love, you need to fit in, okay, you need to be in the good books of other people. Like, what if I say no to this person and they be like, she's mean, she's bitchy? That's the reason. Because you do not want to disappoint people, but you're okay to disappoint yourself. That's the real definition of being a people pleaser. There are few other reasons behind a person who became a people pleaser. It's sometimes dealing with unpredictable or emotionally available parents, or being criticized a lot by other people, or you have a fear of a conflict happening in your surroundings or in your family. Like when you're being bullied a lot, when you're bullied a lot and you just want to fit in, that's also one of the reasons. And there are more things, okay, that actually are responsible that made you people pleaser. And I'll tell you how it affected me actually. I love doing for the people I love. I love doing things for people who are close to me, my loved ones. But I started noticing that some people started benefiting from this thing, whatever I was dealing with. They used to ask for favors on purpose because I didn't say no. Because the one thought in my head was that if I refuse to do this, the other person will be disappointed, or they would stop liking me, and I won't be in their good books, okay, anymore, and so and so. So that was the thing. But okay, for the people who actually care about you too, the people who actually cared about me, obviously they won't ask for unnecessary favors for the work they could have done by themselves, right? But there are some people who actually started obviously they started taking the benefits, because they knew I would not say no, I would not refuse to do the favor. That's why, they say that people who are actually good for you, they don't need the explanation behind your no. if if they genuinely ask for help, and but you also have a situation going on and you have to say no, they will understand that okay, it's fine, maybe this time she couldn't, okay, maybe okay, some other time when I genuinely require the help, we can cooperate. But people who actually just want their way out, they will actually be disappointed that how could you say no, you're so mean. They will actually make you feel bad about it, that you cannot say no, you should be always available for us, you should always be available to do whatever we ask you to do, even if the whatever problem they are in, the mess obviously they have created for themselves, but you should be available to clear that out, to help them every single time. And obviously when I was a people pleaser, I used to be exhausted because I was like actually neglecting myself. I was avoiding what I wanted, what my soul wanted, what I had to do at that point of time. But I used to just cope up with, okay, now that person needs my help now, they need my favor now, I should save them now, they are in a problem. I was doing this constantly, that okay, now I need to be concerned about that person because they are not able to do a certain thing in their life, regardless of the fact if they are older or literally the same age of me, but they are immature. For like a grown adult, you are seeking a person's help multiple times, okay, but you are actually disappointed when they just like one single time. Maybe you asked for the favor 5 times and I refused one time because I actually had something important in my life, okay, and you are like, you will see, like this is your real face, you are being mean to me. See, that's the thing. If a grown adult, or maybe not a grown adult, whoever it is, if they are seeking help, but it's okay if you can help, but if you have something important at the same point of time in your life and you cannot, okay, when you genuinely cannot, you can say no without any explanation. Because to these people, even if you explain, they won't care, because they just wanted their way out. They literally don't care about what's happening with you. When I made this slight change, that I started thinking about that whenever I'm saying yes to someone else, when I do not want to, that and I actually cannot, I'm actually saying no to myself at that point of time. See, sometimes when you actually keep saying yes, you keep saying yes to every single person that you can help them, you are actually like putting yourself in the trap too, because you are constantly giving your energy to a person who is every time unable to figure things out. Like once is okay, twice is okay, like not every time you are meant to save an immature person, because they will figure out, don't worry, like you are figuring out your life, they can too. It's just they are not they're not ready to step out of their comfort zone. I used to be like that, like I used to be concerned about, okay, how like even with your close ones, sometimes like you're like, okay, how will they do this, let me figure this out for themselves, how this person will do this, let me like actually make the whole path for them so that they can just cross. Let me tell you how I am unlearning this, and yeah, I'm still unlearning this, but at least I have started, and you should too. See, firstly, when you are saying no to somebody, don't be like, no, actually I cannot help because no, because you do not need to explain everything to everybody. You can just say no, I cannot. Simple. It's not your job to explain everything to everyone. Put that same energy in your life and see how you will bloom. Second thing I started, that I stopped feeling responsible for everybody else's emotions. You are not responsible for a person who's feeling disappointed in you because you just said no, you cannot help them. Obviously, you cannot. You are not responsible for that. Just because you said no, it doesn't mean that you are the meanest person on this world. No, obviously not. And third thing that I started is that I wait before answering. Because earlier, what I used to do, I used to panic and I was like, yes, yeah, sure, I can help you. I don't do that now. I wait before answering and think twice. I ask myself that, do I actually want to do this, or am I just afraid of saying no? And that's when my answer comes. So I don't jump into the conclusion by panicking. I think about it on this basis, if I should or I should not. And it should not be more about if you should. It should be about if you want to. If someone needs genuine help, that's that's excluded in this. But you know what I'm talking about, what situations I'm talking about, when you actually do not want to do some things, but you are just afraid that other person will dislike you at that point. Next thing I worked on is that I stopped over explaining. This is a tendency of a people pleaser to always over explain things which are actually not required. See, even if you explain, that person won't care because they just wanted their way out. So your explanation is kind of not required there, okay? And you actually do not owe everyone an explanation, so stop it. Next thing I did is that I accepted that not everyone will like me, because I observed that the more I set boundaries, the more number of people who dislike me increases. Because the people who actually care and respect my no, they will understand the situation. But it's always the people who don't care about your no and don't respect your boundaries, they get upset. Next, I started asking myself this one question before answering someone when they ask for something from me, that if I do not care about disappointing this person, would I still say yes? And this question has saved me so many times. Actually, try this. And finally, I keep reminding myself that setting boundaries doesn't mean that I am being selfish. It means that actually I'm making my relationships healthier, my friendships healthier, and I'm actually, when you're setting boundaries, you're actually filtering your surroundings. You will see, you will lose so many friends, you will lose so many people, and you will see people who actually stand by your side will be the most amazing people who will actually care about you. And honestly, I love doing for people. I love doing things for people I actually love and care about, and most of the times they do the same for me. But I don't do this because of some pressure or something. I genuinely do it because I actually want to do it. And for people who I do not want to do something, they usually get upset. At that point of time, I know that, okay, who's the next person who's actually I'm about to exclude, or sometimes they themselves exclude themselves from a life because at one point of time I didn't help them. Sad. But by doing this, you will help yourself a lot. People pleasing is not going to take you on to good places. Actually, by being a people pleaser, you will always neglect yourself. So I don't want that for my people. So please just think about yourself first, because if you're saying yes to people by keeping this one thought in your mind that they may dislike you if you say no, then I think it's time to filter your circle. And also, start small. It's okay. Sometimes you should say no, and you will see a lot more shifts in your life when you start actually saying no, when you don't want to do something for someone. Okay guys, bye bye, until next time.